Welcome to ProSkins and the first of my weekly video installments for the upcoming ProCore Championship in Napa, California at Silverado Country Club. I'm going to read off of these cue cards or else I'll forget everything that I wrote for this video. But first, what is ProSkins? Well, ProSkins is a unique betting site without the betting for now, but ProSkins is based on a skins format and focuses on pro tournaments and its players, where users are rewarded for choosing players who make skins and saw-offs. I'll define those terms in just a moment. For this soft launch, ProSkins will be free to use, and payouts will be made in the form of prizes. Let's set the prizes this week as a sleeve of Pro V1s for a skin and a beer on me the next time I see you if your player of choice makes a saw-off. So let's do a dive into how to choose your player for the upcoming event. First, once you've gained access to the site, you must create an account in order to participate. Next, you will choose a player. Once you choose this player, you have that player for the entire tournament. Whether that player plays 2 rounds and misses the cut, or all 4 rounds, you will have multiple chances to make skins and saw-offs. You may choose a player based on past performance, official world golf rankings. Maybe you went to college with that player. The list goes on and on and on. I will ask for these first couple weeks that each user only choose one player so that we can have as much user participation, let's call it, as possible. This will change in the future as we will run multiple games and encourage the purchasing of multiple players for any given game. But once you've chosen your player, you will get a confirmation text or email back that you must respond to in order to lock in your choice. Please do this as quickly as you possibly can, and you will see why a little bit later in this video. Once you confirm that choice, you are all set for that week's event. This week, you will have until midnight on Wednesday, the 10th, to make your selection. So earlier I mentioned the terms skin and saw-off. What is a skin? For those of you who may be unfamiliar with how a skins game works, here's a brief overview. A skin is the lowest score made by any player on any hole during the course of a single round of play. So what is a saw-off? A saw-off occurs when only 2 players record matching low scores on any hole during the course of the same round of play. The start of each round of play will wipe the slate clean, and a new skins game starts for all the players and their users. That being said, players can win multiple skins and multiple saw-offs throughout any given tournament. You might choose a player who doesn't make the cut after 36 holes, but that player made a skin during the first round. Do you still receive that skin and the payout for it? You absolutely do. It doesn't matter if your player of choice, makes a skin on the very first hole of the tournament in round number 1 and steps off the curb and breaks his leg on the way to the second tee. A skin can't be revoked once it's been recorded. But let's hope that nobody breaks their leg on the way to the second tee this year. Maybe you have your heart set on choosing player D for this week's upcoming event. But when you log on to your account, you see that somebody has already chosen player D. Can you still choose that player for this upcoming event? The answer is no, not for this particular game. This is one of the many things that makes ProSkins very unique. Each player may only be chosen by one user for each game each week. I'll say that again because it's very important. Each player may only be chosen by one user for each game each week. Choosing your player is a very time-sensitive issue with ProSkins. The earlier you log on after the player selection process opens, the better chance you have to get the player you want. The player selection process usually opens at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Monday of a new tournament week. But for this week, all the players are free, so there's not really anything to lose by choosing a player who might be a little bit further down the talent trough. Anyway, thank you for participating in the first ProSkins event. I really appreciate the support and encouragement throughout what has been an exciting and rewarding new adventure. I know that we're going to have snags along the way, but please bear with us. We will fix those snags. And I hope you have fun watching the Procore Championship this week. And I hope your player of choice does well. I'll talk to you soon.